So when I called Janet at Love and Butter, I said, Janet, I need a cake that looks like a 50mm lens. And I sent her a picture of my Canon f1.8 little nifty 50 lens. And this is what she did. And I mean, this is beyond my wildest dreams. Like, look, we've got the autofocus, manual focus button. We got the little indents for taking the lens cap off. I mean, talk about artistry, Janet. This is beautiful. What's shaking bacon? I'm Joni Simon. Welcome to my studio. And in case you can't tell, I am so excited because we're at the 50,000 subscribers. Like, I'm just gonna explode. And I'm not gonna explode on the cake though, because we're gonna serve this in just a little bit. But it is blowing my mind that here in less than a year, this channel has grown to 50,000 subscribers. Something that had you told me when I first started out, I would have said, really? There's 50,000 people interested in food photography? Well, yes, and apparently there's more because the channel just keeps growing. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for all of your kind words, the comments. I just love hearing from you guys, all your great questions. It is absolutely such a pleasure to get to teach you and to be a part of your food photography journey. Now, before I call in the troops and we slice into this cake, I thought what might be helpful here at 50,000 subscribers is to share with you just some of the strategies that I have put in place on this channel that have helped it grow. Now, that makes it sound like I've been very intentional about growing this channel. And certainly there are things that I do that are intentional to help it grow, that keep it from staying stagnant. But at the same time, like at the end of the day, it's just me showing up on a weekly basis, pushing through any sort of frustration and sharing things that I would have loved to know when I first started out in food photography. And it sounds as simple as that, and it kind of is, but there definitely are a couple things that I have also put into play. So if you want to hear what those are, if you want to help grow whatever social media platform it is that you are currently working on, well, you stick around and then we'll have some cake. So strategy number one, from day one, what was very important to me on this channel is that I was myself and that I was completely transparent, that I didn't want to hold anything back. And so whether that be my camera settings or whether that be behind the scenes or showing you what it is that I do, sharing who I am and just being my authentic, apparently quirky and goofy self. And that I think has translated into something that is meaningful for people. And so if you are creating a channel and you're like trying to make it look all perfect and make it look all zhuzhed up and really trying to like execute what it is you think in your mind that people want, what people really want is to see you. Be yourself, be genuine, be wacky, be weird, sing on camera. And I mean, if that's you, if that's not you, don't do that. But don't try to concoct a personality that's not authentically you. Unless you're a comedy channel. That works on comedy channels. But if you're teaching tutorials and sharing your life, I think that authenticity and transparency goes a long way. So if you ever get the sense on this channel that I am holding something back and that I am not being myself, please let me know, because that's something I work hard to do. So then the second strategy is really committing to a niche. And you know, we talk about the riches are in the niches or the riches in the niches or whatever it is. But the idea that when you're very, very specific, it makes it easier to find your audience. And absolutely, I have found that to be 100% true, that clearly everybody who hangs out on this channel are people who love food, who like to photograph food, who get into cameras, who have positive attitudes, who have positive energy, and that definitely reads every time I read the comment section. I mean, you guys are so positive, you're so encouraging, and two, then when people jump over to the Facebook group and encourage each other, like it just makes me so happy. And so much of that has to do with the fact that I'm very, very specific of what I do here. We do still image photography involving food. I really don't deviate from that. I mean, we might have some topics that go one way or the next, but really committing to food photography, which at the very beginning was hard because I was like, are there going to be enough people to be interested in that topic? Like that just seems so obscure and so random. But in reality, that's what the current economy is looking for, is for people who are very specifically oriented to one particular topic. And so whatever that goofy one niche thing is that you're so good at, that you're so passionate about, whatever it is, maybe that's food photography, photography, maybe that's food videography, maybe that's cooking pot roast. Whatever it is that you're super duper into, don't be afraid that what you're gonna do is gonna be super niche, because I think that's where you find your people, that's where you find your audience, and that is also where I think you are most authentically yourself too, that I can have more fun here because I know my homies are hanging out here. Strategy number 3 then is to give more than you take. Now, certainly there are plenty of moments like when I promote my Patreon page or my online courses or my workshops, you know, those sort of paid gigs. But more often than not, and hopefully what you have felt on this channel, is that I have given you so much because I want to give so much. It makes me happy. It makes me happy to share, because that's the good stuff in life, right? Money don't buy happiness. And so when you think about creating content for your audience, what is it that's going to empower them, that's going to get them excited, that could potentially change their life, change the direction of what they're doing, get them excited? That's high value to people. And so I try again to put as much value as possible into every single video that I create. And sometimes to the point where I'm driving myself crazy, like, Joni, this does not need to be a 25-minute video on cell phone photography. But alas, that's where we go, because I would rather err on the side of giving you more than giving you less. Because again, it's all about serving your audience first, and that if you're doing that out of a genuine, authentic place, that the money will follow. Strategy number 4, and I didn't put this into place right away on this channel. It took me a month or two to kind of ramp up and suddenly have that moment of like, you know, we've got something here and I need to be consistent with these people, that I upload every single Thursday. Now that time has now morphed from 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time to 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, taking into account my folks in the UK and wanting you to see the video before you go to bed. So, you know, just in terms of that consistency factor though, that you know every Thursday you can show up on this channel and there will be a new video that consistently I'm showing up. And that is so hard. And I think that at the beginning and certain times you're like, I can do 3 videos a week and this is gonna be amazing and I'm gonna make it super consistent, and the more content I can put out, the better. If I made 3 videos a week, I would be a disaster. I just don't have it in my schedule, in my energy, based on the amount of time I put into every single video on this channel to create 3 a week. I know that 1 a week, though definitely takes a lot of effort and energy and determination to make happen, is still doable within just my general workflow of a week. And so I think you need to be realistic about what you can do in a week, but I think that you definitely need to be consistent and uploading at least once a week. Whatever that is, once a week. And I'll be honest, I treat my Thursday upload as probably one of the top priorities on my list, behind my children and my husband. I mean, I have now put my YouTube channel in a position above certain clients, above paying work, above a lot of different commitments. This is absolutely important to me because, again, I want to be able to serve you. I want to be able to be consistent. I believe in this channel. I am getting so much just personally out of being able to share my art and my creativity with you. And so in order to make that be successful, I am uploading consistently every single Thursday. But I don't think that Thursday is like a magical day, or, you know, a certain time is a magical time. You know, it depends on your audience, but for me, Thursday works because that gives me enough time to enjoy my weekend. And then on Monday, I start the concept development. Tuesday, I film. Wednesday, I edit. And Thursday, I upload. So that sort of rhythm has worked very well for me. You got to find your own rhythm, but definitely, whatever it is, stick to it. And the 5th strategy, and probably the most important strategy, and I have heard other content creators say the same exact thing, but I cannot emphasize it enough because I see people do the opposite of this all the time in the content creation space, is don't think about it. Like, the second you start thinking about what you're doing, you will definitely talk yourself out of it. You'll be like, no, nobody's gonna like that video. No, that video is not good enough. No, I didn't say that quite right. Like, get out of your head, stop thinking about it, stop talking yourself out of things. It is way easier to talk yourself out of it. So my strategy is just always move faster than my brain, right? That I just create content and I don't try to think too much about it. Now, of course, I don't want you to like skip out on quality content. Clearly, we all know that the content has to be quality and that you're sharing something of value. But as far as like the things that you tell yourself that talk you out of stuff, just quiet that. Don't listen to it, ignore it, move full speed ahead, publish whether you feel confident or not, because I'll be honest, every single week when I hit that publish button, I'm nervous. I'm nervous every time, even if I'm like, no, this is a really helpful video. There's so much good stuff in it. I sit and I second guess and I hem and I haw, but I just quiet those voices. I hit publish and go, and then I think, what's the worst that could happen? Somebody hates this video. Okay, if you've ever wanted to know the inner workings of my brain, there it is right there. And so those are my basic strategies. Now you might say, well, what about keywords and titles and descriptions and tags and all that stuff? And you know, I put some energy into that, but the majority of my energy that I put into this channel is all in creating quality content. So yeah, if I had time to sit and like diagnose all the analytics and SEO related to creating content and keywords and titles and all that stuff, I would, but I don't. I would rather put that time and energy into making sure that I am delivering you videos that make your day, that help make your life easier, that help inspire you in your food photography and get you moving further down the path in your creative journey. So sure, maybe my channel would be even bigger if I started researching keywords and things like that, but guess what? I'm so happy with this channel. Whether it's 50,000, 100,000, back at 25,000, I have loved this channel every step of the way. And so again, thank you so much for being a part of it. But now, the most important part of the entire video, slice into this cake. Who wants some cake? I don't know. Should I slice it? It's so cute.
What does this say?
It says Canon.
Canon?
Like my camera.
No, let's leave it.
You don't want me to slice it?
Because it looks real, like not a cake.
Right, it looks like a lens. I think we should slice it anyway. You ready? I'll slice it in the back. What kind of cake is it? Do you guys know?
Chocolate cake.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Ooh, this is gonna be a big slice. Who wants the big slice?
Me.
Oh, this looks amazing. Look how delicious that looks. Who wants a slice?
Me.
Here.
I want to. I have my own slice.
You have your own slice?
Yeah. This is gonna be my plate.
Oh, this is your plate?
Yeah.
All right, guys,
That's a
let's take a bite. Everybody get a fork.
Okay.
All right.
Me.
I'm gonna take a bite of yours though.
No.
Yeah. I love the frosting. The frosting's my favorite part.
Let's do it just.
What do we say, guys? Do we say thank you?
Thank you.
Thank
you.
Thank you for inspiring this cake. And thank you for bringing us to 50,000 subscribers. You stay out of trouble, and we'll see you again here real soon. Okay? Do we say bye-bye?
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.